Hey y'all, welcome to our Queen Sugar recap. It is the second to last recap because this show is almost over, y'all. We are at the finish line. Oh my goodness. And you know what, to be honest, I almost was like, do y'all want to do this? Because it's Thanksgiving week. This is the only thing I have to do
Mhm.
all week in terms of my media stuff. So I was like, I could just chill. But because we love y'all, even though y'all not here yet, we decided to go ahead and be consistent and go ahead and do the recap. So first of all, hey Ash.
What's up? What's up?
What's on your shirt? You always have like a comic kind of shirts. What's going on?
It is the periodic table of Marvel, so it has all the Marvel. I gotta rep my brand, my
Yeah.
company. Do what we
Mm,
gotta do.
I know that's
There's Black
right.
Panther on here. Black Panther on here too. There you go.
How you don't even know what's on your shirt?
I can name probably like 80% of them.
I can probably name three or four of them, to be honest with you.
No, you know more than you think.
Yeah,
Mm.
you'll
Well, I
recognize
have
more.
watched some of the series. I usually get onto them like 6 episodes, 5, 6 episodes in once everybody on Twitter been talking about it. But
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, MD Terp, happy Thanksgiving. Okay, Season, what up, what up, what up?
Hey, Reese, I can't see you. It's like a little black square, but I can see Ashley.
MD Terp, can you see me?
I
Ashley,
can
can
see
you,
Reese.
you
Okay.
can?
Okay, so Season, it's on
Yeah.
you. It's not on me because I can see myself.
Okay, well,
Ah.
I'm on my phone. I don't have my usual equipment.
And MD Terp says,
Thank you,
y'all hair
MD
is laid. Yes.
You
There you
know, black
go.
women's on Thanksgiving, the week of
It's
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving week.
We gotta
I'm giving a look. I feel like I'm giving slight cone head because it's a little higher on this side. However,
what? I
I'm
can't
loving
see
the
it.
swoop. I'm loving the swoop. I'm loving the color in the swoop. I'm
I don't
loving.
see it, Reese.
I can't see you at all.
You don't see
Damn.
cone head. You don't see cone head.
No.
It's not giving helmet. Okay, but that's good. That's
Okay,
good.
no, it looks fine.
Well, I appreciate that. I do have a big head anyway, so maybe it just looks
Season look
normal.
lost.
But yeah, no, I'm loving the color. My mom did my hair because she had to hook it up while she was out here. My sister Season was out here. She decorated the tree that was in the background of the picture I posted on Twitter. So anyway, okay, all right, let's go ahead and get started. Look, we ain't trying to ruffle no feathers, but I was thinking about this. Um, before I started the show and before I got set up, and then Ashley kind of confirmed that it wasn't my imagination. Ashley, what did you say about tonight's
This
episode?
show was boring. It
Good
didn't
morning.
give me anything at all. I could have skipped it. Like I don't feel like it pushed anything forward at all. It was just bleh.
Okay, now I don't feel all that. You said it gave you nothing,
Okay.
and I feel like it didn't give much. It felt a little bit like a filler, but I mean, I feel like it
Mhm.
laid the groundwork for the finale. I mean, there was a lot of foundational stuff. I do think it moved the season forward, but it felt a little flat. It just felt a little low energy for me throughout the episode. Like there was I mean, a lot of the stuff was anticlimactic, but we'll get through
Yeah.
it. Hey S Murphy, we'll get through it. Okay, so let's start off with Vine Hollywood. So they were going through the inspection again to be foster parents, and I thought it was really adorable how they were just really like on pins and needles, and the chick was like, "This is routine. Just trying to do my job." And I love how Hollywood said this is the most important thing to us right now. I just think that it's great because, they're opening up their homes to, children who are obviously in need while also, I don't want to say filling a void, but, I just thought I thought that was lovely that they're moving forward with the foster. MD Terp says, yeah, it was not a great episode. I guess Micah goes off to NY tasting that colonizer pie. Micah
Yes,
tasting that colonizer pie. And
yeah.
Nova's man, yeah, he said he was in and out. As Murphy said, I like how Billy had her full circle moment. There were some highlights. I don't think it was a bad episode. I just think that it was a little low. It was a little flat. Not low. It was a little flat. But okay. just comments real quick. And we don't have to, we're not going, this ain't gonna be a long recap. This is not gonna be a long recap. But comments starting with you, Season. Even Deonta said the Landry eviction fell flat. I mean, it just fell a little flat. Season, what did you think about Vi and Hollywood fostering?
I thought it was cute. It was like weird to me because they was like, oh, we gonna fix this, and why you looking at it? Was just like, y'all chill, just the process, just relax, y'all good, y'all got approved once, they just gotta run it back, just relax. But it was cute.
I thought, why y'all go from that loud green to that loud ass violet? Like, if y'all don't know if you're getting the man, I don't have loud colors on the walls. I used to be one of them girls. I loved red. I had a red accent wall all the time. Now I'm like, give me a nice grayish, a bluish, like very, very light neutral wall. I do not like all that shit walking into a house. You ever walk into a house and every fucking room is a different color? You're like, oh my God, it's like an assault on my eyes. Yeah. But anyways, I thought that was a mess. But I thought it was interesting because if you didn't know anything about fostering, like they don't get as much notice. They don't have any idea of what kind of kid that they're getting, anything about the kid. So shout out to all the foster parents out there, because the good ones. Shout out to all the foster parents, because, there are a lot of people that are going into it just to truly open up their homes and give love to kids that are in need. And they don't get, like, people get to pick their little baby from Cambodia or their baby from whatever country. That ain't how it works when you're fostering. Ashley, your thoughts?
I like that storyline. I really enjoy it's something different, right?
Yeah.
But I'm glad that they're showing the Black side of things, because you really don't see Black couples like that on television fostering children and going through that process. So I like that they're doing that detail. Vi was low-key annoying though, because the fuck, Vi is always annoying. But she was annoying when she was like, when she was like, am I too old? And then it's like, damn, bitch, we know you old. You don't have to keep reminding us. We see it, okay? You don't have to keep telling us. I know that's your insecurity, but like, come on. They just keep pushing that whole idea that she feels like other people are worried about her age. And it's like, you've gotten through the process. You're at the home stretch. Why would your fucking age matter now?
Like, I mean, I feel you, but I do think, I think it's natural to be like, I mean, this is a lot I'm taking on at this age. She does have a lot of other stuff going on now with her Vi's Prize Pies becoming a national grocery store. By the way, hey, Karina. And all, like all of that stuff. So I don't think that it's like completely like ridiculous for her to say that,
So, I don't know. Vi annoys me. So when she breathes, I get annoyed.
You're just not a fan of Vi, honey.
I love what they're doing together as a couple.
I love
how and when she was there for Darla, when Darla opened up and told her rape and everything and how she was there for, I fucking loved Vi throughout that process. It's just like, sorry, my husband just got home.
Hey, Javi. Hey, Javi. Thank you for sharing Ash with us.
So yeah, it's moments that Vi has. It's just, it felt really forced and pushed that they're still like, what else would you be feeling in this moment? You get what I'm saying? Aside from just the age.
Yeah. No. I mean, it's a little cliche to go fall back on the age, but I don't know, as you get older, you just feel a little, like you feel a little kind of way about it sometimes.
Yeah, I think I ask myself every couple of weeks, like, am I too old for this shit?
Okay, but the shit that you asking about, the answer is yes. Yes, you do.
I will say having Ava has, and I don't know if I've mentioned this on this before, but having Ava has made me feel more mortal than ever. Like, I don't feel like I have all the time in the world. I feel like, oh my God, like, how old am I? Am I going to be alive when she gets married and have kids? Am I going to be around? Like, am I going to be around when she's in the second grade? Like, it's just crazy how, like, you just feel like so mortal.
Yeah.
But okay, I want to bookmark a couple comments because Karina came in. She said, I'm coming in, just jumping straight. And she said, Kiki and Micah felt a little forced, in my view. And I do agree with that.
What happened with Kiki and Mike?
And S. Murphy agrees. But I wanna before we get to Micah and Kiki, let's just finish talking about Vi and Hollywood. So Vi, you know, somebody Empty Term said colonizer pie. So Vi has this deal to get her pies in grocery stores. And you know, I thought it was really interesting because you know, one of the things about Black folks is, you know, we have those cooks in our family that know how to throw down, but you couldn't pay them to write a recipe to duplicate it. And so I thought it was cute. But I love that the white and I don't want to give white women credit. This is not a white women winning episode season. Okay. I'm not saying that I like that she gave her. I'm not saying because she's white. I'm just saying I like that the woman, the woman in the circumstance was patient with Vi. I'm not gonna say I like that the white woman. I like that the woman was patient with Vi, even though Vi didn't give her the right shit to put down in the recipes and stuff. But it seems like it's gonna be lucrative, and I love that she's gonna be the next little Patty's Pie. You know, I think it's really cute.
Yeah, good for her.
And you know, you guys don't watch Cherish Today. But I you know, one of the things that they've done with Cherish Today, because it's another Ava DuVernay series, is they've had the character
crossover.
Alice, yes, go to the doctor. Now she's not, Violet is not in it. It's actually Hollywood is in it. But I like that, you know, Karina watches it. Yes. I'm glad you're here. And holding off on that finale, or you might be watching both. But if you're watching it, don't spoil it, because as soon as I get up here, I'm going around and watch that finale, girl. Anyways, but anyways, I just like that they're kind of making the show a little bit bigger and kind of dipping it in there. So, anyways, but okay, enough about that. But Hollywood, to me, Hollywood was the star of this episode. And he has been very much a supporting player all season, you know, kind of been like the patriarch and like dropping gems here and there. But I really loved, you know, that for these past couple episodes, he's really getting the spotlight. In particular, with this debate that they had, I feel like I learned a lot about Hollywood that I didn't know. Or did I just miss it? Season, did you know about Hollywood? His like the stuff that came up in the debate?
No, and I feel like even Vi and them were surprised when that was brought up, that he was a high school dropout and stuff. But he handled that question well. People love bringing up your past. Like, that shit matters. A lot of stuff gets deleted when you grow older and you grow and you educate yourself and you just move different. So I just didn't. I mean, like, the other candidate was just so indignant and like disgusted that he even had to be up there debating with Hollywood. He really tried to come for his neck, but he did that. And even some of the white people stood up for Hollywood afterwards. So it was good.
Pam says she's still on season 4. Okay, Pam. Yeah, you're gonna have to rewind and catch it up later. But Ash, you know, I felt like the show really captured accurately how these racist ass white right-wingers are out there. They're running for school board, they're running for city council, they're running for mayor, they're running for senate, they're running for everything up and down the ballot. And that's literally all that they have to offer. So, you know, he was indignant, but that's how they do. That's how they do. But I love Hollywood's responses. What was your take on that?
You know, I liked what he said first to Proctor. You know, like his passion, he was like, I'm going to get us some power. He's very community based, like really community. Everything he said is always we, it's always us. Yeah. So I love that. I think that started it out for me. And then going into the debate, like you said before, Hollywood has really played a background character, right? He's always been that support system for everybody else. But when it comes to himself, I'm glad that he's getting that spotlight now, and that he has the opportunity, let other people to support him. And yeah, I didn't know that he was a high school dropout and was doing all that, you know, but his story is just a familiar story we know in the streets. You know, a lot of these single moms, they are the only income in this house. And as soon as they lose that job, you know, their older sons or their older daughters are trying to help their mama get some money. So his story is not one we haven't heard for decades on decades. But I'm glad that they, one, used Hollywood as a vessel to present it, because now we get that story from him on the healed side of it versus him going through the journey of it when we usually hear stuff like that. And I also like the fact that he checked the fuck out of that white dude without even checking him. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how it's supposed to be. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think that was the highlight for me of the show, was absolutely seeing Hollywood in a power move for real, like a good power play. I really enjoyed that.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think that he was, I like that he didn't back down from his past. You know, he talked about how he fell through the cracks and he sees nobody noticed that he didn't show up for graduation. Nobody noticed X, Y, and Z. And that really is accurate to describe a lot of, you know, people in the system, or, you know, who fall through the cracks. And, you know, I think that what he's doing is really great. But I love how the show brings in some of these like political issues, and but they do it in a way that's not heavy-handed. I mean, one season they had to, like, it felt like the woke checklist. But aside from that season, generally speaking, they really bring stuff in a really organic way that shows how we can be empowered as everyday people. I mean, my husband, he's, you know, a regular, I mean, not regular, I mean, obviously he's exceptional, extraordinary, but I'm just saying, like, he's a family man, you know, he has a 9-to-5, but he ran for council and he won, you know, and I just thought that, I mean, I still think it's amazing that he does that, and he's really super involved with it. And people really, you know, love the work that he's doing. So I just think that it's great. I think it's great. And I think that more of us should, I couldn't do elected stuff because the way my mouth is set up, I don't do that. I don't even want to be a manager at work. I do not like thankless jobs. But shout out to everybody who does take on that responsibility. So, and to your point about how he talks about we, I love that he said when Vibe was like, I'm proud of you, and he said, I'm proud of us and what we're doing. He even brought up during his debate how, you know, my wife and I are fostering. My wife has her famous pies. You know, I just love that that sharing non-competitive spirit that he has.
Yeah.
Season, what you got going on? Are you just trying to, you got the babies in the background that you having the mom ear going on?
Girl, I'm fucking, I got, what's that show, Cherish the Day? I need to turn the TV off. I don't even watch it, but it's on in the
turn off.
Okay, where the remote at? Where the remote?
She's making faces and she doing stuff. You know.
And then I'm yawning because I've been up since 3:30.
Season is a champion for being with us tonight. Okay. All right. Everybody want to talk about Kiki and Micah, so that's the next topic. Anything else on my?
What happened with Kiki and Micah? She was just there when he got the job offer, right? She was with him.
So they had 2 Kiki and Micah scenes.
Okay, I missed the first one then.
Okay, you missed the first one. Okay, so the first Kiki and Micah scene is they were laid on a couch, Bick and back being boo, right?
Like post-coital laying back on the
No, they were on the couch, they were fully clothed, but he had his arm like around her. You know, it wasn't giving sexual, but it wasn't giving strictly platonic either.
It was very intimate.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was an interesting little dynamic. And so he was talking about, you know, that he loved New York and he loved the energy. And I like that she kind of checked him a little bit, like, you know, you kind of always do this, like you're always looking for the next thing. But
yeah, I heard it. I wasn't watching the scene. I was listening to it. Okay.
Yeah, Karina says, I think Micah makes knee-jerk decisions. It definitely feels like Micah just dives head first, and like
Yes.
he's for whatever like is glittering, you know, thinking that it's all gold. But I do like that even though she kind of called him out, like, okay, you know, you always like on some other shit. But he pled his case and she was supportive. And I love that. I love that she just was like, okay, well, that's where you need to be and being supportive. And I'm glad they're not trying to make it out to be like, oh, you know, she's gonna try to keep him back in New Orleans or anything like that. You know, she's like, "Go do you, go be great." You know. Ashay, what's your reaction to Kiki and Micah's scene?
I love Kiki. First of all, I think she's a gorgeous girl. I've
Yeah.
loved her since she first came on screen, and I think she is a good representation of a young Black girl. You know, got her shit together. She was raised in the country, but she ain't letting, you know, whatever stereotypes hold her. She really is a great character on the show. As far as her and Micah together, Micah just don't, he still just seems like he is finding himself, finding his foot. He's still in that exploratory phase of different, you know, cities and all of this. But I loved how he talked about her and was basically giving her props on how he is, who he is, what she did. Because, you know, I mean, it really didn't seem like he it sounded like he had a lot of gratitude in his speech, and I really enjoyed that. Like, I love hearing a Black man say thank you to a Black woman.
Yeah, for sure.
That was my little grunge, you know. So it really felt good to see him on there and like speaking to her the way he did. But yeah, I'm with you. He just seems like he's all over the fucking place. Like,
yeah, right. Well, and you know, I think that part of what they're doing with this season is obviously they're like closing loop. So that's probably the last we'll see of Kiki. But you know, it's like kind of like giving her flowers. But let's talk a little bit about the Charlie voice pop-up. That really felt like super flat for me. Forced. Karina says we finally get Charlie back and they have her telling Micah off. Charlie wasn't feeling it though because she used to Micah's waffling ass behavior. Here's the thing with that scene. That first of all, I mean, I love Charlie. I feel like that scene shows how much she's missed. You know, I don't think that doing the voiceover really gives justice to it because, you know, she has that presence and she just, you know, she sold it as a mother, as somebody who wants the best for her child.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like that like conversation was true to the character that left the show. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that could have been season 1, season 2 Charlie. Like they could have maybe
but we have to take into account that he did, you know, with the picture, the NFT embarrassed her, had all that chaos happen. So, I mean, taking that to account, do you still think that it was out of place?
Yes, because she was supportive of him. You know, she didn't like when he went to Tulane. Okay, we're clear on that. But after that, I feel like she did apologize for how she reacted to that. And she was supportive of him. I mean, she was worried, but when he was in Ferguson, he did the Paris thing. And I just feel like with her, the way that her character evolved was like trusting him more and, you know, like letting him do his thing more. And it just seems like a regression of her character to make it seem like she's just going to be like, you know, just dogging him out and then blowing him off like, well, I gotta go. I'll talk about this with you later. Like it just felt like a regression for her character. It didn't feel on brand for where she had evolved to, you know. And I mean, let's be honest, he's wealthy. He comes from a wealthy family. If it doesn't work out, he can always take his ass back to college. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, he could do online, he could do all kind of shit. So it just doesn't seem like she's like, oh, this can affect you for the rest of your life. Not really. Like, he's not like sign up to go to the army. You know, he's just going to fucking New York and taking pictures. Like, come on. So I don't know. Season, what was your reaction to Charlie's pop up?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it is kind of a typical reaction you're what, a junior in college, and you call your parents and you're like, hey, I got a job, I'm dropping out. Like obviously there's going to be some concern there, but I felt like it just kind of empowered Micah even more to do
Mhm.
what he wanted to do, because it's like, look, bitch, this isn't the craziest fucking idea in the world. It's not like I'm finna go photograph baby elephants in Thailand.
Yeah.
So I think it just kind of made his story, or I think it just made him even more confident in his decision that his mom just didn't want to hear the shit. But I do also think that there is still some irritation and disappointment carried over from the whole NFT thing. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, she would. I'm not saying that anything that she said was unreasonable. I do think it's reasonable. Like as a parent, you're like, what the fuck? Why would you even apply for a full-time job when you have 1 year of
Mhm.
college left or 2 years of college left? Like that seems ridiculous. Um, but I'm just saying, I just think there's a disservice to the Charlie character that that's all we're gonna get from her. And it just seems like you said, it wasn't that extreme. I mean, it was extreme him posting a fucking picture of her in the middle of her congressional or whatever kind of campaign. That was extreme. Like dropping out and taking a
Yeah.
full-time job in New York and starting a lucrative NFTs, whatever the fuck. That's not as extreme as what Micah did. So to me, anything else after that point should be like, well, shit, this ain't as bad as the last your fucking scheme. But Deonta says, I agree. It seems like reused words from previous years. I would almost bet money that was probably like some shit that was left on the cutting floor from when he announced that he was going to Harvard. I mean Tulane as opposed to Harvard. Like that just did not seem more current. Even with that being said, like you said, season though, it was reasonable. Ashley, you have anything else on that?
I think it was unnecessary. We
Yeah.
ain't heard from Charlie on the phone this entire time when she could have been on the phone before in a
Mm-hmm.
lot more time, like them losing the land. She wasn't on the phone. Like this was just not, it was out of place for me. I think it was
Yeah.
reasonable. I don't think it was, coming from what he did as far as the NFTs, I can understand her going back to thinking he's an irresponsible fucking kid again, because that was
Yeah.
pretty big. At the same time, I think they just wanted to put her in there somewhere, and this was not the spot to have her in. It just didn't make
Yeah,
sense.
it's
Yeah.
whatever. It's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah. It just fell flat, and I feel like it did a
What's he
disservice
going
to her.
anyway? It ain't like she
Yeah.
flying out and stopping him, and he going anyway. So it was like, what's the point of us having this whole rhetoric of her going off on him?
Yeah.
Whatever.
I don't know. Maybe was it being shady towards her character? I don't know. Because it didn't seem like it just like of all like everybody is growing and evolving and they're feeling empowered and they're feeling, they're doing
Mhm.
all these great things. And then you just have Charlie come in there and be a bitch like season one, Charlie.
Yeah.
Like I just
Yeah.
that was not fair. And I'm not saying she was wrong, like because like I said, and Karina says I'll be biased when here. I work with too many kids, but they're asking for scholarships to pay for college, and these rich kids just walk away so easily. Micah needs to mature more, but that's
Absolutely.
life. I mean, shit, when you rich, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like
Mhm.
it'd be nice if more people could kind of experiment, which is one of the things. Well, make mistakes like Ralph Angel. I have to go revisit that. I did write it down in my notes. But I mean, I don't think you can really hate the player, just hate the game. If I would say this, if I'm in a position, I'm wealthy and I'm in a position and Ava can go do whatever fuck she wants to do, I would support her. I mean, if she wanted to go do something, low down, dirty, nasty, I wouldn't support her. But if she had a passion, if she was a great artist or something, I'm like, okay, well, she go ahead. What the fuck? But you don't need a degree in biochemical engineering to go be an artist. So
Mhm.
I don't know. It just felt like a dig at Charlie. It just, I
Mhm.
mean, if you're not gonna let her go out with pride, then just leave it alone.
Mhm.
But anyway, so Kimberly Kimberly asked, "What do you think was in Nova's room?" So Nova's big plot this episode was kind of her kind of realizing that she's kind of more so spent her life worried about what her dad thought and trying to live up to his expectations. And Ralph Angel said the same thing. And she really needs to connect more to her mother's side. And I thought that was interesting that she said that. And I liked what Ralph Angel said. I know we were on his ass last episode, but I do like what he said about how he wants his kids to be able to make mistakes and, you know, not feel like they have to be perfect or live up to his parents' expectations. And I think that's great. Okay. But anyway, Nova and this whole reconnecting with her past, I like that. I always like that about her character, but it's falling a little flat for me in this setting. Especially like with Dominic kind of like being there with her. I don't know. Season, what are you what?
Dominic was like, I see you, bye. I'm going to Africa, baby. It was nice knowing you.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. But it's okay. Let's talk about the mother's room because we asked questions. So she goes to the house. I don't know how this house that is now owned by a deceased lady is so well maintained. I don't know why, you know, I guess they have all she paid the property taxes years in advance or whatever situation may be. But anyways, so she goes there and apparently there's this thing like, oh, Trudy's room is the best room. Go in when you're ready. She puts the key in, the key don't work. And she's like, oh, I guess I'm not ready. Well, bitch, this show is about to be over next episode. So we don't need a cliffhanger, okay? Like why'd you build up to be like, oh, I'm not ready? Like that was dumb. That's why I felt for that.
Oh, so she didn't want to go in. I thought the door just wouldn't unlock for her.
No, the door wouldn't unlock for her. So she took that as a sign that that, you know, that she wasn't ready. And I'm just like, well, what the fuck was the point of that? Like, why do we need to see that? That was dumb.
He said that nosy lady cleans it.
Yes, but what about her price? She paying her property taxes. Everybody else getting their houses snatched. Everybody else get their land dead. Shit. Nobody can pay their bills in St. Joe except for this dead lady. Like that's crazy. Yep. She is the most financially stable person in all of Louisiana. Apparently, it's most
having treasure hunts and shit in her house, and she been home gone.
Right, what the fuck? Like, okay, but you know what? That's fine. Karina says Nova's been in the house before. I don't recall Trudy's room in prior seasons. Yeah, I don't know. It was just, I mean, yeah, I guess it just fell flat. But the big thing, which was so anticlimactic and just fell flat, like, what was the point of all this shit? Was Dominic, you know, they have this big party for Nova to meet Dominic's friends. And he gets an offer to go to Mali for 16 whole ass motherfucking months. And he's like, oh, I don't want to do it without you. You know, he's like, I don't want to do it without you. You know, would you come with me? And she was like, I like what she said. She said, you know, that's where your destiny leads you. My destiny is here. And then the next statement out of his mouth was, you changed my life. And I was like, and she said, I feel the same way. And I'm like, did they just break up? Like, was this? What the fuck?
That shit was wild. I was like, what the fuck just happened? Because leading up to that scene, or at that point in it, I was like, man, he's way too into her. Like, he clearly is more into her than she is to him. You know, like she kind of, it felt like she just was phoning it in after he read her book or whatever. But damn, that motherfucker was like, well, you did that and I appreciate it. It was God, like,
but
that was funny.
I just felt like, what just happened? It would have made more sense for them to break up when nigga read a fucking book. And
yeah, I was confused.
Why did y'all prolong this breakup that makes no fucking sense in the first place? Like, this doesn't, you know, When he read her book and he flipped off on her, I was like, oh, they about to break up. And then when I saw her bumping pussies with the other bitch and they was dancing and shit.
that was
they getting back together, girl. They setting us up for Nova to go back to that bitch.
She said bumping pussies. I fucking need you to grow up. They were dancing.
and it was very tender dancing for the record. It wasn't bumping pussies. It was regular schmegular dancing.
I know what I saw, bro. Reese is so disgusted with me.
That wasn't
Reese's face.
Oh, you can't. Oh no. That wasn't how I took that. But you're right, Ash. It just seemed like okay. My frustration is what was the point of all this? We knew, we all knew. As Murphy says, Nova's for the streets. I feel bad saying that because I do think she tried, and I think they really tried really hard to sell us on Nova's really trying to make it work with Dominic. Nova's turned over a new leaf. And just for all of us now, this is episode 11 to end up right where we already knew the fuck was gonna happen, which was they was not gonna be together. So it just feels a little okay. I don't know. It's unsatisfying.
It just really feels like they were setting us to break them up and getting us ready for her to be in a lesbian relationship.
But so you guys didn't see the preview, and sometimes previews fake you out.
I saw the preview.
Oh, because you're watching it at Mom's house. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't. But they showed. Ooh. You know who they showed?
The white boy.
No, they showed Remy and the white boy.
They show Remy and the white boy. She probably called the girl though.
She might have called the girl, but she gonna play the field in the last episode apparently. Okay, everybody's making the fucking cameo on the last episode, so I don't know. But at the end of the day, I can't blame y'all because I can't blame her because 16 months is too long. You know what? We too old for this shit. Bye. See you later.
Right. She didn't want to be with him in the first place. She
was not into that motherfucker, bro.
Wasn't. The fact that too many people was
and Karina also said, if Nova goes back to Calvin, I'll be fucking done. Okay, who's the worst person? If this show ends with Nova with fill in the blank, you're gonna be like, that's fucking stupid. Or
the pig, the
cop.
Yep. If she go back to that pig, I'm sending Ava a fucking email. What? Why would you do that? Didn't he? He's a felon. And are you serious? Why would you do that?
Well, no, he never got charged.
He a felon?
Didn't he go to jail for lying on black people or some shit?
No, nothing happened to him. He turned himself in, nothing happened.
Cause he white.
I think Nova gonna end up by herself.
No, she gonna. I told y'all what she gonna end up doing. Y'all.
What'd you say? She gonna end up what? With the woman. Okay. I don't know. I can't call it. I mean,
she tried to stop me from saying it.
I think Remy's coming back. I just think that would be really weird because that would be really weird for her to end up with him. But who knows? At this point, I really don't give a damn because I just feel like with Nova, they just set us up,
Nova, she gonna go off into the woods somewhere to be a fucking witch by herself.
That's what she's going off to be. Yeah. She going off to eat some wings or some shit because she ain't weird, man. That was weird.
Karina says, "I don't give a fuck about Remy. We want Charlie. We ain't not getting Charlie. That was it. They threw Charlie.
Good for her.
I don't know what happened, child, but." She said, kiss my whole black fucking ass. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She said, no, man. I'm not even giving y'all I'll give you a Zoom. That's it.
What was the preview for next week?
You call somebody over for a booty call, like you
Yeah,
want to come
does.
over.
Nova does, but we don't see who she calls. But they Remy shows up like in the next scene, like in the clip. So I don't know if they're trying to make it seem like she's calling Remy or if whatever. But yeah, so Remy shows up. I mean, it's the season finale, so we're gonna get a little bit of everything. But okay, the last stuff to talk about is really, Ralph Angel and Darla. Blue, I really love seeing Blue again. He's so cute. No, we're not.
I did not. I could have gone the rest of the season without seeing that little boy.
Wow.
Oh, he's
Yes.
so cute.
It's so irritating.
No, he's
They
not.
need
He's
to go and send that little white boy back to where he came from. I'm good.
Who's white boy?
Little Blue, he's white.
No, he is black.
He black.
You can't talk about kids, Ash. That's messed up.
Oh, you
okay.
We talk about
His
kids.
skin tone, the way they are portraying this little boy, he is turning
What are you
into
talking about? No, they're portraying him as like a little militant, like he's bringing Black history.
Militant.
Well, okay, I mean militant for like an 11-year-old. I mean, like he was he rebelled. He brought like Black history to.
Okay. I'll leave him alone. He was raised by Vi. Okay, I'll leave him alone. Fine.
Well, I thought it was lovely, but the energy with Darla and Ralph Angel was weird to me. Like it was just
because she's sick of his shit. That's why she tired of his ass.
Well, Karina says Blue is in DC near the political scene. He's gonna find out about his real daddy. The fuck is wrong with Darla? I don't agree with that because how many people got NDAs and shit out here. Please, it's a lot of shit people don't find out about.
I mean, he'll probably find out. He gonna find out when there's a medical condition.
Well, he knows that Ralph Angel is not his biological father. But will he find out that Chase is his father? No, Chase doesn't want to have anything to do with him. I don't think that he's gonna find out.
So so that you mean to tell me that Blue knows Ralph Angel is not his biological father?
Yes.
But Ralph Angel wants to tell him who is his biological, like he wants to tell him who his dad is?
Yes.
Okay, bitch, you just make this even more fucking stupid for me. I mean, what the fucking difference does it make? If he knows that Ralph Angel isn't his real dad, why does Ralph Angel want to tell him who his dad is? That's between him and Darla. That has nothing to do with Ralph Angel.
Exactly.
I think with Ralph Angel, he is so pressed that Chase is getting away with it essentially, that he's just trying to pull at straws anywhere he can, because it makes no sense to tell Blue. I mean, let's be real. If Blue knows that Ralph Angel is not his dad, when he becomes a certain age, he's going to start questioning who his daddy is. That's natural. That's gonna happen. So,
and I think that Darla is saying, eventually we can tell him. Yeah.
But to just come out and say your daddy is Chase, he gonna be like, who the fuck is Chase?
Yeah,
who
exactly. And honestly, I don't think that it even helps Blue, because the guy wants nothing to do with them. So what a Blue's like, I want to do that. They have to be like, well, actually, he signed away his rights and he's given us $250,000. Because to never have anything to do with you, like I just don't know. I mean, I don't think it matters.
The only part with Ralph, it just seems so weird when Ralph Angel yelled out to the Landry and was like, "We did this." I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was like, bro, your presence there. That's embarrassing enough, like it just seems so unnecessary for him to yell it out.
That was a little anticlimactic. Like in the preview, I feel like it looked like, it was going to be more of a moment. But then like in the actual episode, it was like,
flatline.
Yeah, it felt a little flat for me. And the fact that, his land is being auctioned off right along with Landry's. It's like, well, it doesn't sound like much of a victory for you guys, but hey, you
Right.
know, seeing a racist old ass fake rich white man go down in flames, that was satisfying.
Yeah.
But it just like the whole, hey, we did this. It just in the moment it didn't work as well as it did.
It just felt like Ralph Angel is just a negative Nancy, you know, like even while they were talking about how they're going to get the Landry's property, Darla is like trying to tell him all these ideas and we're going to try this and do that. He's like, well, that's not going to work. And that's not going to work. And it's like, damn, somebody slapped the shit out of him and get him to shut up.
The only way it works is because Queen Sugar writes it that way. But like they were literally passing along a fucking collection plate. Like, come on.
I know.
That is not happening.
Y'all finna put these $324 together and buy this land. I'm confused. Y'all, this whole episode
terrible.
I didn't think that the episode was terrible. I just felt like
it was boring. It was like it should have been like episode 4 or 5. Not
because
11.
they had some other stuff that could have been cut out. So yeah, it was not given what it's supposed to have gave. But Karina is
it's okay, girl. It's okay. Come back to the fold. We got you.
Karina is funny. But anyway, I don't know, y'all. I mean, we closed some, we tied up some loose ends. I think what we have to see for the finale, does Hollywood win School Board? Obviously, yes. Do Hollywood and Vi become foster parents, live happily ever after? Obviously, yes. Nova, she has a pick of all her loves. Who knows? But she's gonna end up with nobody in particular. Micah, okay, he's gonna move. He's gonna move to New York. Congratulations. Ralph Angel and Darla. I don't know what's gonna happen. I mean, they're together. They're in love. That's great.
We'll see.
Yeah.
And then hopefully we'll, hear something about Charlie. Hopefully her ass just say she up in the polls by 10 or some shit. The fuck. So they doing her character dirty, talk about she was down by 5 points in the latest poll. Like, y'all could at least have her ass winning if you gonna have her not be on the show. But they like, go to hell, bitch. Like,
wait, but isn't what's the name? The husband, the cheater, Spencer.
The reform cheater.
Yeah.
Wasn't he on the preview for next week?
I don't remember seeing Davis. I've seen him on Cherish Today. I haven't seen him on.
I feel like I saw him in the preview.
I didn't see that, but maybe, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, I think it's about time to wrap it up. I think they've circled back to everybody under the sun. Remy's the last person left to circle back on, and yeah, I think they did good. Oh, and the last thing is Billy had a nice moment with Prosper.
I completely forgot Billy was.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was good. Okay, S. Murphy says Davis was in the preview. Okay, I gotta go back.
Yeah, he was in a preview.
Okay, well, that's it. Oh wait, do you think Ron the cooperative is going to partner with Jacob Boudreaux? I don't know anything about that. Was that in the preview? I don't know. You still partnering with a white man, so you got to watch him. Keep one eye open. Will the series finale be longer than an hour? They don't need longer. I don't think they need an hour. I think an hour should be fine to wrap up what we have left.
Tonight could have been a 30-minute episode.
I'm glad that they laid the foundation, and next week we're gonna see how it all ends. So that's it, y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with us all the season. Come back next week. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Gobble, y'all.
What is it? Greens, potatoes, ham, turkey, bacon. Look, I don't know the song, but the song, get your eat on. Okay.
I'm ready for my low vibrational plate.
I am going to be very low vibration. Okay.
Low.
No, actually, I don't know. My plate might be high vibration because I
Well,
asked CJ, I was like, well, I don't know. He didn't ask me, but my mother-in-law was like, "Oh, what are we doing for Thanksgiving?" I was like, "Oh, I want lobster and steak." Because I do not like, I don't want to eat turkey. Like I get like sometimes turkey is like hidden, like the jerk turkey, fried turkey sometimes hidden, but like no. Last year I had the steak. It was bomb. But this year I said I'm on lobster. So I don't know if I'm gonna get my lobster. If I do, I'll be a very happy camper. But yeah. I said if I get lobster, you don't have to give me a steak. You could just do the lobster and then your turkey. But if I don't get lobster, I definitely need to have the steak. What's y'all favorite Thanksgiving meat?
Turkey.
ooh, ham.
Turkey?
I'm a turkey girl.
A good piece of ham.
Yeah, I like ham. I could do ham, but my husband, he doesn't make the ham like that. So I'm like, well, shit, give me a steak then. If we're not gonna make a ham, give me a steak. Steak and some lobster. I almost went and got a lobster roll today, to be honest with you. I was like, let me go get a lobster. But I don't feel like dealing with Ava and all her shit. So let me just go check
Don't be talking about my baby like that.
I'm just saying. I love her, but I was like,
shit.
I just wasn't in the mood. But anyways, okay. All right, we're ready to wrap it up. Thank you. Oh, S. Murphy says deep fried turkey. Yes. Y'all, whatever you do, be safe out there in these streets. And
hold on, I think somebody want to say hi. Say hi.
Hi, David. Cutie pie. Karina says, don't come for her boss baby. Enjoy your holiday. Okay, y'all. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
Have a good night. Happy holidays,
Bye, y'all.